very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And now I'm telling you, looks are deceiving today because it looks like I'm here by myself. I can show you that there's nobody in that chair over there. So yeah, it's just me, myself, and I. However, and there's always a however in there. However, I recorded an interview with Tatorie Marion. I'm going to play it here a little bit today. I recorded it earlier today, so it's recorded on Tuesday, going to run here on Wednesday, so hope you enjoy that. It's all about the Small Business Administration and how they are helping folks to recover from floods and hurricanes and inland hurricanes and gazpachos or derechos, not... Gazpacho is an entirely different thing, isn't it? But derechos and such that have hit the local counties and local area about April 4th, the week of April, the first week of April. Well, thank you so much for tuning in here today on Wednesday, May 28th. Thank you so much. Let's give you a few community events, things going on in and around our area today. Over in Salem, now this is actually going on in Salem and I believe in Vandalia. At the Grace United Methodist Church in Salem. I can't remember where it was in Vandalia. From 10 o'clock until 11:30 this morning at the Grace United Methodist Church in Salem. Get involved for a statewide day of action to discuss how the Older Americans Act funding changes will impact meals and other programs. It's an Older American Act informational presentation. The Midland Area Agency on Aging and Southeastern Illinois Agency on Aging are hosting these media and advocacy events today. Come hear about the proposed federal changes to those acts and how they will affect older Americans as well as caregivers and persons with disabilities. So this is a chance to be heard. People's voices are needed so that the folks don't lose vital services. They want you involved. These media day events are being conducted statewide. 13 area agencies on aging in the Midland Area Agency, having one, like I said, in Vandalia and in Salem at 10 to 11:30. Services for older adults, caregivers, and persons with disabilities are under attack and in jeopardy, is what they say. So keep that in mind. It's a chance for you to have your voice heard. What else going on today, this Wednesday, over in Centralia? At the Centralia Regional Library, they're going to have a book club for kids, Book Bites book club for kids. It's for kids age 7 to 11, and it's a fun way to get into reading for even the most stubborn of readers. There is no registration required to join, but a library card is needed to check out a book. So you can join the book club all you want, but if you're going to check out a book, you're going to need a library card. The club meets in the Monken Activity Room on the Centralia Library's second floor. Now, that is accessible by both elevator and stairs. So anybody can get up to it. It's a great way to get your kids involved. Maybe give them, all right, now, I admit, summertime, just about going. Kids, probably the furthest thing from their mind right now is to go read a book, but just a good way to get them started. I remember reading at that age, Encyclopedia Brown. I read all those. Probably read some Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew and that kind of stuff. Chip Hilton. It tells you how old I am. I read Chip Hilton novels from the 1940s and 50s. That was fun. But that's going on today over in Centralia. How about up in Effingham? At the public library up in Effingham today from 10 to 11. They are presenting an I Spy Nature program. Learn about tactics animals employ to stay safe in the wild. Again, from 10 to 11 today at the Suzette Brumleve Memorial Effingham Public Library. During the I Spy program, presented by representatives of the Douglas Hart Nature Center in Mattoon. You'll hear about how some species are able to camouflage themselves and hide in plain sight. That's pretty cool. A children's craft will be planned. It's a free event, but you do need to register. And the library also expects to have live animals to be present during the program. Now that's pretty cool. So I'm assuming you'll get to see, I don't know what you'll get to see. It doesn't say here. Maybe you'll get to see walking sticks. Those are pretty cool. Chameleons. I don't think I've ever seen a chameleon. Skinks I have seen. Skinks will change their color depending on what they're walking around in front of. Skinks, newts, and that kind of thing. It's a free event. Like I said, library card is not required, but you do need to register. Go to effinghamlibrary.org for more information. What else is going on here on this Wednesday? Songwriter Open Microphone Night. Songwriter Open Mic Night up at the Village Wine and Spirits. That's on 109 South Banker Street in Effingham. Now, this Poss Music Workbooks that's on, they do a great job. Bill and the gang. It is hosted by the Poss Music Works. Sign up to play or come and enjoy the show starting at 7:30. Now, you probably, from what I understand from Bill, you might need to sign up beforehand. That's because if you're going to go up there and try to sing, occasionally they don't have slots. So you might want to sign up beforehand if you want to be able to croon tonight or tomorrow night, whenever. Thursday, May 29th. I'm not going to have a new show for Thursday, so short week. But Thursday, May 29th, over at Wabash Valley College, they're hosting a free Excel class. That's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Free Microsoft Excel class for beginners at the Wabash Valley College from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sign up, go to the IECC Facebook page and scan the QR code. We're going to have QR codes again here in just a little while. Also on Thursday, over in Salem. Now they started this, I think, a week or two or three ago. The Salem Communities Farmers Market will go from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock at the Bryan Memorial Park there in Salem. Salem Communities Farmer Market open every Thursday from 2 to 5. From now until through the summer into autumn. If it's raining, they'll set up under the pavilion. You know where this is. If you've been to Salem between 2 and 5 on one of the days this is happening, usually it's on that south end where you just pull in and make a left, and if you're coming from the south, you can't miss it. There'll be a crowd there. It'll be fun. You'll have a good time. What else going on here on this gorgeous Wednesday and Thursday? On Wednesday here, I can't get behind this one, folks. This is National Flip-Flop Day. National Flip-Flop Day falls on the Wednesday after Memorial Day each year on this date. National Flip-Flop Day encourages folks to wear your favorite flip-flops and show them off. Thong-style sandals are by no means new to footwear. They've been around for thousands of years. However, the term flip-flop has applied to flat-soled sandals with straps between the first and second toes across the foot since the 1960s. The term also describes someone who changes their mind or maybe an electronic component. This day strictly recognizes footwear that makes flip-flopping sound as we walk, slapping the back of your feet as you head to the beach, or maybe make your way to the pool. This lightweight footwear designed to protect tender feet from the hot ground and sand. It's also easy to remove and put on quickly. Many flip-flops go to the beach to semi-formal dining in an instant as well. The National Flip-Flop Day history in 2007 Tropical Smoothie Cafe created National Flip-Flop Day to celebrate its 10th anniversary. I must admit, I hate flip-flops. I hate the sound of them. I don't wear them. I will not wear them. I've owned a pair, and they were given to me as a gift by my loving sister-in-law, who knew what I felt about them, and I was given the gift to sign them and put them on her wall. So I did that, but I will not. I choose not to, and will not wear flip-flops. So I will not be celebrating this day. You can celebrate it at your own leisure. That's a lot of fun. What else going on today, folks? This is a National Hamburger Day. National Hamburger Day on May 20th wraps up National Burger Month and also ushers in a summer of grilling. Hamburgers, seasoned ground beef, grilled and placed between two slices of bread or a bun. You even top them with onions, peppers, pickles. That's a good-looking burger right there. It's got bacon on it, onions, tomatoes down there on the bottom. I wouldn't dare put peppers on a hamburger. Add any condiments you want, ketchup, mustard, mayo. Any of these combinations will create a modern American classic, the version of the hamburger. Where was the world's largest hamburger made, and how big is it? I will tell you where it was. Pilsting, Germany, on July 9th, 2017. Now, they're going to need a big freezer or a big fridge for this, and I don't know how you flip it. It was a 2,566 pound, a 9-ounce hamburger. That thing must have been gargantuan. I can't imagine how big that was. How do you flip a thing like that? I didn't see pictures. I need to go back and check on pictures for that. Yeah, that must have been a hamburger festival or something like that. In addition in addition to the things already mentioned, what are some creative burger choices you see from time to time? Blue cheese. You'll see coleslaw stuck on a burger. You'll see avocado. I had fried egg on a burger yesterday on Memorial Day or on Monday. Barbecue, maybe peanut butter. I wouldn't dare. And mac and cheese, folks will put on a burger. But even more appetizing for beef lovers, this is also, ladies and gentlemen, National Brisket Day. National Brisket Day falls on May 28th each year. This celebrates one of the 9 prime cuts of beef. Brisket comes from the breast or lower chest of beef or veal, and when prepared correctly, renders both flavor and tenderness. It's a tough but relatively inexpensive cut of meat. While it requires some patience to cook brisket to tenderness, the reward is well worth the effort. Select a well-marbled cut of meat. The fat will keep the brisket moist and add flavor to the final product. Season it well, give it a dark sear. You can see the dark sear on top of that. That will seal in the juices, then cook it slow and cook it long over many different kinds of charcoal or wood. Oak, pecan, hickory, and mesquite will be added to change the flavor. I've got a couple. See, now you see that little red line on top of the brisket? That's from the smoke, and that's pretty good. Looks like a little aggressive to me, though, if I was judging. And yes, I have been a judge in brisket contests numerous times. I've got another picture here. That's a good-looking brisket. It's missing the line, though. You got to have the line. That may have been in just a little bit too long. It's a good-looking brisket. That's a good-looking brisket. I would eat both of those, and I would certainly eat that one. However, I would probably take off that little line of fat. One likes what one likes, don't they? But yeah, I hope you celebrate National Brisket Day. What do you want to see on television today? It is high school baseball. doubleheader this afternoon. We will be in Teutopolis. 2 games starting early. Start at 4 o'clock now. 4 o'clock for game 1. It is the high school baseball Class 2A sectional. I'll get to this in more detail later on. The first game features Breeze Central versus T-Town, and the second game will feature Columbia coming across from the St. Louis area to take on St. Anthony. This is an outstanding sectional, and I'll tell you all about it here in just a little bit. Major League Baseball tonight. Rockies are at the Cubs. Tanner Gordon versus Matthew Boyd. Rockies still seeking that 10th win on the year. Oof, they are rough. That's at 7:05 on Marquee, Channel 365. Cardinals are on at 5:30, a little after 5:30, against Baltimore. Miles Michaelis versus Cade Povich. That's on FanDuel, Channel 370. White Sox at the Mets. Shane Smith versus Griffin Canning. That's on Chicago Sports Network, Channel 353. And the Timberwolves will be at Oklahoma City tonight, NBA basketball. OKC can finish them out. They lead 3-1. That's on ESPN, Channel 360. And finally, hockey as well. Also 3-1. The Panthers lead the Hurricanes. That's on TNT, Channel 373. That's at 7. And the basketball's at 7:30. Take your pick. You got a full night. Watch high school baseball. We'll talk about that in a little bit. First, we're going to talk with the Small Business Administration's Tatorie Marion about how you can find ways to help your family through flooding and whatever. You're watching Big Talk. Back after these. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that has set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a beautiful Wednesday after just a gorgeous Memorial Day. Hope you were able to get out and go see your family or your the folks and the veterans who gave all for us to be able to live our lives today. Do appreciate those folks. Had a chance, speaking of federal government, had a chance to speak earlier today with a young lady named Tatorie Marion. She is in the area working with the Small Business Administration. We had the big storms back in April, and Tatorie was here to talk about how you can find opportunities to get competitive. She called them competitive. I would say economical or cheap interest, cheap loans from the Small Business Administration. Not just for business people, also for residents and renters as well. So here is my chance. I had a chance to chat with her for a little while earlier today. Here is my chat. I've got a couple segments of her, so we'll talk. We're here with Tatorie Marion. Here is a chance to chat with Tatorie. Welcome back, folks. Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I'm joined this morning by Tatorie Marion. She is with the Small Business Administration, and she is here to talk about their disaster relief efforts that they are using throughout this area, that they are doing throughout this area in Marion County. Well, you just talk about it, Tatorie. Well, what all is the SBA doing right now in this area?
We are offering low interest loans to homeowners, businesses, renters, and nonprofits to help with disaster relief for the recent floodings and severe storms that happened April 2nd through 6th.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
So this is the ones for the 1st of April, and now granted, how big of an area are you covering in Southern Illinois? What's the story with that?
We are covering Marion County as our primary county, and we have 6 contiguous counties that we're working as well.
Clinton, I guess, or
Clay. Washington,
Okay.
Jefferson.
Clinton.
I don't think Clinton is.
I would have thought they were the one right now. I might be wrong, but I think that's the one right next to to Marion County. I would have thought. Well, if it's contiguous county, it's the one right next to Marion County. Okay. You say the SBA is making loans. Are you making guarantees, or is the SBA using local banks, or how is that working, Tatorie?
SBA, you apply, you go to our website and you can apply sba.gov/disaster to apply.
Okay.
You have to have some information, financial information, for determination of these loans. They are very competitive. With low interest rates, homeowners, it's up to 2.8%.
Oh, really?
And yes, and for businesses, it's up to 4%.
You're talking about the interest rate that folks people are going to be paying.
Right.
Well, right now you couldn't get a mortgage loan even probably at 2.8%.
No.
I would think, correct?
Correct.
That's how much. Well, here's the document that you can use, ladies and gentlemen, to apply for the disaster loans. This will tell you all about it, as well as tell you how to apply. Right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, what is the application process? How long does it take? Do folks think this is a long, drawn out series of? I mean, people get scared of the government from time to time.
I've noticed that.
I bet you have. Especially, Southern Illinois folks don't like government. I've lived here all my life, and it's just kind of what do you tell folks who may be a little hesitant to deal with the SBA?
The SBA is here to help you. We're in your area to help you recover and recoup losses that you have suffered during these severe storms and flooding. It's basically homeowners can get up to $500,000. Businesses can get up to $2 million.
Oh, wow.
It's just a great program to take advantage of. There's no need to be scared.
Do people realize or recognize the role of SBA maybe in disaster recovery? Do you think, what are you finding?
I'm finding people are not as knowledgeable about what the SBA does and that how we can help.
I gotta admit, Tatorie, that's kind of how I am. I mean, I knew FEMA had its place, but SBA, or you folks are coming in after FEMA has already been through, or before FEMA, or how's that working?
Well, we're working at what we call an agency declaration in Illinois.
Okay.
That means that if FEMA there was not enough disaster to declare FEMA to
Right,
enter
not to declare a national, a federal
presidential declaration.
Right.
So we're coming in as an agency only.
An agents-only designation.
Yes.
To come in and handle what FEMA basically isn't handling then.
Exactly.
I'm assuming that you have been to other places. What are you finding when you look at the flooding and the loss of? I mean, I know a guy. I got to drive by a guy's house every day that has. There's a big pole barn just south of town that the top is gone. Are you finding homes gone, businesses gone? What are you finding throughout the area?
Finding homes gone, businesses gone, and they could really use these monies to help rebuild and replace.
Is it for after maybe the insurance would have been in, or is this for like in conjunction with the home insurance?
This can be in conjunction with the home insurance, but they don't have to wait for settlement from their home insurance to apply.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you can apply before you even realize what your home insurance folks are going to be talking about?
Yes.
How are you going about getting the word out to people? I realize being on this show, I mean, that'll be worldwide, and you'll see hundreds and millions of people coming from being on this show. Trust me, you're going to be overrun. But what are some of the other ways folks can find you? Are you going to meetings, or where are you going to talk to folks?
I'm going to Chamber of Commerce events. We are talking to mayors. We're talking to emergency managers. We are in the cities. We are attending board meetings. Mm-hmm. I have a board meeting tonight in Centralia.
Yeah. Is the word getting out, I guess? You've been here for how long?
Been here for about 2 weeks.
And how long are you going to be here for till the SBA folks are done trying to find loans?
We don't have a specific date, but our DLOC Center, which is our Disaster Loan Outreach Center, is closing today in Centralia.
Oh, okay.
So they will just have to apply online after today.
I see. All right. Well, here again, ladies and gentlemen, the online information. I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. We're going to talk a little bit more here with Tatorie, and we'll find ways that you can help yourself and help your families, help other people around you. It's a really nice program. You probably may not be aware of, but you ought to be aware of. We're talking about the SBA Disaster Recovery Services. Be back here with Tatorie Marion right after these. What he said. Be right back after these. Stick around.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywhite, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Again, we're talking with Tatorie Marion, and we're talking about how the SBA can help you. Here again is the QR code. I'll probably show it again here in just a moment. As let's get on and see what else Tatorie had to tell us about the Small Business Administration disaster recovery. Tatorie. And welcome back here. I'm with Tatorie Marion. Again, if you're looking for information, you can about the SBA disaster recovery. You can go. Well, you can click on. Pause your machine. I tell you what, folks. Pause your television right now. Take a picture of that little SBA thing there, and it'll take you straight to it. But wait, there's more. Right?
There's more.
You've got Hispanic folks who are in the area, and I've got this one as well. I see, not only do I have English, I see there it's clear. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for disaster loans, and I'm not, if you wish to solicite ayuda aquí mismo o desde su hogar en línea. I don't know what I just said. Something about apply here at home.
Yep.
Go ahead for the Spanish language version, hit that QR code, and that would be a way to. There are a few. Now that I think about it, a few more Spanish speaking folks in the area that would probably be able to use that. That's great. We mentioned, you and I were talking during the short break. You mentioned that they're very competitive. Tell me how. How are these competitive?
They're low fixed rate.
Fixed rate.
Fixed rate with terms up to 30 years.
No kidding.
No interest, no payment for the first 12 months.
Really? Now, wait a second. I did not realize that. And these would be in addition to whatever particular mortgage loan you may already have, in case you have equity, but you need to cover a little bit more, right?
Correct.
And you say 30 years.
30 years.
Fixed. At
2.9%. Up to 2.8 for homeowners, up to 4.0 for business owners.
And the rates vary on the amount of equity, I guess, or the amount of Or the amount, how do the rates vary?
They just vary in terms, it's on a application by application basis.
I see, okay. On a loanability.
Loanability.
Yeah, there you go. How long will you guys be in town? You say you're going to be here for another couple of weeks?
Another couple of weeks, maybe, we're not sure. Depends on the progress we make, and
You're still doing this, you're still going to place and place to place. Are you helping folks, like if somebody sees you at a meeting, say, in Centralia, will you help them to fill out the form, or is the form just online, or how's that work?
the form is just online. If they want help, they have until today to
At
go
the DLOC Center.
to the DLOC Center, the Disaster Loan Outreach Center, and Centralia Chamber of Commerce. Today's the last day that they will be open.
Okay, all right, you say that is at the Chamber Center there in?
Yes.
In Centralia, okay. What got you into this?
Just my need to want to help the community.
Really?
I was a probation officer for 14 years.
Yeah.
And I just.
Well, you're hopefully helping people as a probation officer.
I feel like I did.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get out in my community and help any way that I could.
Well, you don't want to also have to deal with folks who are already in trouble.
Correct.
Maybe in a different kind of trouble, right?
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense. Well, I think again, folks, if you are looking for more information on it, go to the SBA Disaster Recovery, and this will have all kinds of information. Was there anything else that we were missing that you wanted to talk about?
I think we've covered everything.
I think we've covered it. For additional information, again, hit that QR code right there, and that'll be able to help you find stuff out. Tatorie, I wish you the best. Where have you been doing disaster recoveries already?
I've been to Tampa, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Johnson City, Tennessee.
Okay, now you're in those are all hurricane spots, aren't they? Mm-hmm. What are you seeing? These were straight line winds in April. Can you, as a totally unbiased judge, were you astonished what straight line winds can do from time to time?
Absolutely. I continue to get amazed at what this weather can do to a town or city.
Yeah. They can just make it disappear, can't it?
It can.
It's it's something that's what the SBA then is here to help for the disaster recovery, folks. Tatorie will help you out somehow. Again, or get a hold of the folks on that QR code, and it'll give you all the information or take you to the right places for all the information you need. They're there to help you, folks. And those numbers, it's a lot easier than going to a bank to get a loan and having to pay 6, 7, 8, 10% now, I would think. Well, Tatorie, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Folks, so we'll be back here in a little bit. We'll be back going to talk a little bit about baseball, both high school and college, coming up here after these. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be back in just shortly. There was Tatorie. Let me just show you this one more time before I kick it out of the system. This is, again, the QR code you hit for the disaster recovery information, and as well as to learn about how to go about finding assistance from the SBA. Again, it's available to both businesses and residents as well as renters. So if you have issues from that early April storm, give them a holler there on that QR code. Be back to talk about high school baseball right after this. Stick around.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk. Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you learned something from Tatorie. Hopefully you don't have to deal with that, but if you do, that's certainly good that you have that opportunity. Hey, did you get a chance last week to watch the regional, the South Central Regional on Wabash Catch TV? It was a heck of a fun tournament with the South Central Cougars knocking off North Clay on Saturday afternoon. I hope you got a chance to watch it. There was a kind of an upset special, and as the Altamont sectional, basically all four winners are upset winners, and so the Altamont sectional is wide open. Here you see the upper part of that sectional with Nokomis knocking off Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg 3-1 on Saturday. And down there at the bottom, Casey knocked off Altamont, which was an upset, and Dietrich beat Edwards County, which was an upset. So you had a Cinderella certainly winning the Edwards County Regional. And that was the Casey Westfield Warriors beat Dietrich by 1 run to win the Dietrich Regional. That was the Dietrich Regional, not Edwards County. So yeah, the Dietrich Regional, it was Casey Westfield advancing out of that. And then you look at the bottom side where he talked about North Clay and South Central. South Central scored 4 runs in the first inning, and North Clay responded with a couple in the second, but other than that, that was the only scoring. So the top seed goes down there. Top seed down at the Pawnee Regional, Neoga got drilled by Pawnee in the final on Saturday. Pawnee beats them 14-1. So there you have the Altamont sectional. Both those games on Wednesday night, as it will be the Nokomis and Casey Westfield, followed by the South Central Cougars and Pawnee. So you say, Bruce, where are you going to be? You going to be up at Altamont? Well, we're not set up at the field yet at Altamont. We are going to be in Teutopolis for a loaded sectional. There weren't upsets at this one. This one is flat loaded. Here's the top half of that T-Town sectional. Teutopolis will host Breeze Central on Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. As I mentioned, Breeze Central, they upset Greenville to win that. I believe that was the Breeze Central Regional. I think it was their own regional, and T-Town knocked off Newton to get into that. Now Greenville being the upper team listed here is going to be the home team. So T-Town will be a visitor at their own park on Wednesday afternoon. Also, on Wednesday evening. We'll have this one for you as well on Wabash Catch TV. Tonight, it is St. Anthony taking on Columbia. Columbia upset Roxana, not a big upset. Columbia is very, very good. And St. Anthony knocked off Marshall 10-1. You know why I know that these teams are all very good? I think I told you last week how highly ranked this sectional is in Class 2A. Just take a look at the rankings. This is from Max Preps, and this is Class 2A rankings. All four teams in this sectional, from T-Town to T-Town at number 2, St. Anthony at number 4, and then you have Columbia at 13, Breeze Central at 14. They're all in the top 14 of the state via Max Preps, and St. Joe Ogden has already lost. So, I mean, that's the number one team basically still around in Max Preps in the state is the number one team is the T-Town, the Wooden Shoes. That's where we're going. We're going to bring you both games tonight, and if T-Town advances to Saturday, we'll bring you that one as well. So make sure you tune in about 4 o'clock this afternoon. It'll be an early start on Saturday, 10 a.m. on Saturday for that one. Who else is playing? Well, the 3A just starting this week as well. Here is where the lone team that we cover has settled. Salem will play Mattoon tomorrow afternoon at Salem to have the opportunity to advance against Effingham or Charleston. Charleston, as you see, beat Olney back on Monday. If Effingham beats Charleston, as they are seeded to do, and Salem can upset Mattoon, that would set up a regional final on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Salem defeated Effingham last year in the regionals in the final, and you know Effingham would love to have a piece of them again this year. So we'll see how it all works out. We're all looking forward to it. Should be a great week for high school baseball. Again, here's what we're showing you. It is at T-Town tonight at 4 o'clock, Breeze Central taking on T-Town. And then that will be followed by the St. Anthony Bulldogs hosting Columbia, also being played at T-Town. So St. Anthony will be the home team there, and Breeze Central the home team in that first one. That's just how the cookie crumbles. If you're on top the seed works out that way that you're on top. You're the home team. Doesn't matter by the sectionals. Who the higher seed doesn't get to be the home team. It's how the seed works. It's how the bracket works. Clear as mud? Maybe so. Let's talk about something that might be a little bit even less clear. How about? I love it. It's college baseball time. Let's talk college baseball. Back in a second.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic Famous Maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today as we are talking a little baseball. Now, I will admit, begrudgingly, that I didn't exactly understand how the whole regional, super regional, college World Series worked until relatively recently. And I don't gamble on baseball, so I mean it's not for that purpose. It's I don't gamble on high school, of course, or college, or for that matter, pro baseball. Gambling on baseball is a fool's errand. There are too many weird things that can happen, and that's why I don't do it. I love watching college baseball. The reason that college baseball is such fun is that first of all, they score more runs than Major League Baseball because the pitching is better. Check that. The pitching is better in Major League Baseball than it is in college baseball. They have the aluminum bats that helps them score, but you also have players that may not be quite as smart, experienced as your major league players. Certainly not as experienced as Major League. So you get to see a lot of oddities that you wouldn't normally see. You'll see comebacks from 10 runs down in an inning or two. It's an amazing, fun thing to watch, and especially this time of year when, if you have two good pitchers, you can deal well with college baseball. How college baseball works is you have the regionals, 16 regional sites, and they knock it down to 16 teams who are divided into 8 pairs of 2, play each other over next weekend. Well, this weekend's regional site weekend. Next weekend's super regional weekend. I'll give you a picture and show you. Here's what the Division I baseball championship looks like. That's a little bit too skinny to show you. You see Vanderbilt's the number 1 seed team in the country. Texas, number 1 seed team in that regional anyway. Here is what the Nashville regional looks like. Vanderbilt is hosting its own regional, and they're the number 1 team in the country. You see the seed there, the 1 beside Vanderbilt. The seed teams from 1 to 16, and you get a home regional if you're in if you're in that top seeding. So you see Vanderbilt has Eastern Tennessee coming, as well as Louisville and Wright State, and they will play a double elimination tournament this weekend in Nashville to determine who pops out to take on the winner of the Hattiesburg Regional next week in the Super Regional. Say number 16 Southern Miss wins. Not likely, I don't think, especially with Miami and Alabama in that. You never know. But Southern Miss did get that top seed. They are hosting in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. The reason I show you all this is to tell you the Vanderbilt, the number one seed, they would most likely come out and play, let's call it Miami. Over on the other side, you have Austin, who will Texas at the Austin Regional. UCLA in the Big Ten made that one. They are a super regional, a regional host. And then, by the way, that you're wondering where's that super regional played? Typically at the home field of the higher seed would host the super regional, unless there's something goofy happens like last year at Indiana State. It can be all very strange. Here is the next version down, where the next 24 teams in the tournament. We showed you 24. Here's the next 24, and then finally the final 16. 24 plus 24 plus 16, 64 teams. You see Fayetteville is the number 3 seed in the tournament, and Auburn the number 4 over there on the other side. The reason I point that out to you, Arkansas, I forgot to take that one off. Arkansas is the number 1 seed, or the number 1 betting favorite in the tournament at 4-1. Arkansas is 4-1 to win the tournament. Vanderbilt, even though they're the number 1 seed to win they're the number 1 seed, they're 7-1 to win the tournament. Arkansas is 4-1. That's most likely a reason they're to get out of their district isn't that tough. Tennessee's not that good, and so they think Arkansas can get to the World Series. So those super regionals come down then to the World Series, which is 8 teams. You have upper and lower brackets. They work their way down again to a final, which will take place, I think, June 15th or something in Omaha, Nebraska. It's a lot of fun to watch, and here are the teams with no chance to make it. 100-1 on Mississippi State, 100-1 on UC Irvine. That's interesting. The other interesting thing is the Big Ten, I think, only had like 3 or 4 teams make the tournament. SEC had 13 out of 16 teams make the tournament. That is a wild statistic. It's just the SEC is so far ahead of all the other conferences in baseball. Why, do you ask? Better weather. You get to play more games. You have better weather. You get more players wanting to go there because the weather is better, and that's just a fact of life that probably will never be taken away in a spring sport such as that. But the reason I brought up Vanderbilt earlier, only once in the last 25 years has the number 1 seed went on to win the tournament. When did that happen? It happened last year. It was Tennessee, I believe, was the last. Tennessee won the Division I baseball tournament last year, and it just doesn't happen. It does not happen very often. That tells you how wild it can get. You have a wide variety of different opportunities, different teams with different opportunities to win the College World Series. I'm looking forward to it, and I thought I would give you this little refresher again. Here is what it looks like overall. Again, Vanderbilt, the number 1 seed overall, and Auburn, the number 4. Arkansas, the number 3. Texas, the number 2 seed. So, there you see national top 16 seeds right there in the center. And Arkansas at 43-13, the best. They are the top gambling favorite. Surprising. So you wonder why Vanderbilt, even with 3 more losses, gets the number 1 seed over Texas and Arkansas that had fewer losses. Vanderbilt has developed a program that will play anybody at any time. Vandy is, and they'll go any place at any time to play anybody. That's just how they've built things down at Vandy, and they are on a big run. You know, Paul Skeens from the Pittsburgh Pirates played at Vandy, didn't he? Or LSU, one or the other. His girlfriend went to LSU. I think Paul Skeens played. I can't remember. The brain is cramping. Ow. It all starts this weekend, though. Look for that. Have fun. Have a good time. Hey, folks, thank you all so much for tuning in to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous Wednesday afternoon. Again, if you have any issues with the SBA and you need to fix your, need some disaster recovery, go back and take a picture of that. Take a picture of that QR code. It will help you out. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you soon.